So hello guys, this is Timur Jaswal here. Thank you everyone for joining the webinar. Today's topic of the webinar is biggest digital marketing mistakes. Right, I'm sure you must be doing digital marketing in your own areas of businesses, and most of us would focus on the digital marketing side of execution, and we are sometimes so much overwhelmed with the execution part that sometimes we oversee the small errors that we commit, right? Because we are so busy in terms of achieving the results, lead generation, brand awareness, and so many things that are part of marketing. So this webinar is mainly going to focus on what are the things that we should keep in loop. We should be It should be part of our monthly or quarterly review when we are doing various kind of marketing exercises and marketing campaigns. And avoiding this kind of digital marketing mistakes would help us to be on track and on top of the latest things that are going on in the industry, which would help us in growing our marketing campaigns. So let us start. So I'm Timur Jaiswal. I'm AVP Marketing. I am from Kozhikode, and I've also finished my master's from UVic UK. I have 18 years of experience in the field of marketing and business strategies. So the title of today's webinar is Biggest Digital Marketing Mistakes, and also how to avoid them. So let us start. So the mistake one that we normally see is not knowing your audience. So when you are doing marketing or when you join as a marketeer for any company, you would be given a certain task, or your KRIs and KPIs would be revolving around numbers that you have to generate X number of leads, or you have to gain certain number of followers on social media and so on. And you will straight away go on, the execution part, creating posts and designs and lead generation campaigns and landing pages, and initiating the campaigns on paid promotions for social media, doing Google ads and so on. But even before that, it is very, very important to understand who exactly is your target audience. Many marketeers get wrapped up in the mechanics of digital marketing. For example, how to use Google AdWords and figure out ad unit sizes and so on, without realizing that they need to understand that target audience. So when I say target audience, what do I mean? I mean that the end customers that we have. Okay, the customers means in case of our industry, overseas education industry, it would be our B2C students, right? And when you look at students, you need to understand the complete buyer persona of that student, who exactly is the buyer. Because understanding about our target audience would give you a great deal of insight of exactly what characteristics are of our customers, what are they thinking, what are their preferences. So what are the few steps that we can take to understand our target audience? The first thing is step into outside perspective. It is very important to talk to customers and your sales staff to discover what prospective customers care about, right? So you can go out, you can do a very basic one-to-one discussion with your customers. In our case, it would be students, right? You can go and talk to the students. You can talk to the decision makers and stakeholders, like parents are there, the other peers are there, friends, family are there, to get an insight what exactly is going on in their mind, right? To understand their perspective. So it is always advisable to talk to people, right, before you define your keywords or to design your landing pages, to understand what exactly are their preferences. And the best way to do is by doing a market research survey. Second thing is verify assumptions. Use every tool at your disposal, such as online comments and reviews, to confirm or debunk what you are assuming about the target audience. And remember that this is not a one-time exercise. You should validate your personas continuously. So what happens is, so let's say there is a team of 5 to 6 people in the marketing department, right? They basically brainstorm internally what exactly the customer is like, what are their preferences, what they like and what they dislike. You will create a buyer persona document, right? And then you will start working on it. But that is an internal document. So you have to go and validate that information, that various touch points and data points. So validation happens again by, using various kind of tools. One of the tools can be SurveyMonkey, right? Another tool can be understanding buyer persona creation platforms, which you can use. So this will give you validation of what research you have done. Third is test to erase any doubts, right? To confirm you are reading the signals correctly, test your target messaging with a select subsets of your audience. So when you're trying out something new in your marketing communications, when I say marketing communication, it's your ad copy, right? It's various kind of keywords that you are using. It is the landing page design, the UX and the UI part of it, right? The overall feel of the marketing communication collaterals you're making, flyers, brochures, and so on. So somewhere you have to basically go and test it out with a small group of audience. Right? You should take your marketing campaign or marketing design or digital assets, talk to 10 people and get their feedback, right? To ensure that you are going on the right path. Mistake number 2, ignoring search engine optimization. Now, search engine optimization nowadays, it's not just about Google. There are various kind of platforms. If you have attended my earlier webinars, I've given good information on search engine optimization. What are the different sources of search engine optimization? Because nowadays, social media is a very important part of it, right? So if you want to validate information about a company, you will go on social media, you will search for that company and see what kind of activities they are doing, what kind of comments they are getting, is it good, bad, or neutral, right? Or and from a sentiment analysis point of view, are the comments positive, neutral, or negative, right? So all this is part of search engine optimization. So what happens is people, they start ignoring search engine optimization, right? Because it's a passive activity, but it is very important. So whether you are a marketeer, task paid search or social media, or a journalist, SEO is important to understand. SEO is the framework of digital marketing. You can apply many of the rules and methodologies that help you achieve high search engine ranking to optimize your digital marketing overall, right? And what are the things that you can follow? The first thing is, as a marketeer, there are various functions in the marketing department, right? It can be designing, it can be content writing, right? It can be social media management, social media marketing, it can be online reputation management. There are multiple functions in the marketing department. So what is important, that everyone should be aware about the basic SEO marketing practices. Okay, so you can apply key best practices to all the areas of your digital marketing. Okay, so to learn the basics. Now, when I talk about SEO basics, is understanding, the keyword search volume, because those are the most basic fundamentals. Right? If you're using a keyword with a low search volume, what will happen is you are not going to get enough search queries, for your keyword. And low search queries means low traffic. So look for, keywords which are having a good search volume, and the competition should also be moderate. So this kind of information are known as basics of SEO, right? So there are multiple avenues in SEO that you should be aware about. The second thing is, ask an agency or a tech team, right? So not everyone in the marketing department would be tech savvy, or they won't be well versed with the technology side of it, or the marketing technology side of the SEO. So in that case, you need to consult your tech team or a person who is responsible for website administration, or you can get connected with an agency, right? So someone from the development team can conduct a technical audit of your website, including site probability, correct conical tagging, properly structured web page code, and mobile compatibility. These are again SEO elements which helps us in overall marketing, because what happens ultimately at the end, website is the center of all the marketing activities, and we are pulling all the traffic to our website. So the website should be in a perfect condition. So in this, the agency and the tech team, right, and understanding the technicalities would be very useful. Create free Google Search Console account, get insights into potential issues with your website. So what is Google Search Console? I'm sure you must have heard about Google Analytics, right? So similar to Google Analytics, there is Google Search Console. It is slightly different because analytics is mainly focusing on the data of your website in terms of traffic, the audience behaviors, the overviews of various segments, right? So it's totally talking about the data that is accumulated from the website. But Search Console gives you an overview of what is working, what is not working in your website, what links are broken, what URLs are performing in a good way, or what URLs are right now in the poor zone of performance. So all this information is accumulated from Google Search Console account, right? So in this will basically help you in getting insight into potential issues with your website, like malware reports and so on. So create a Google Search Console account and you will get a website audit for free of cost. Get to know your development team, right? They are the typically ones actually implementing your recommendations. So it's important to develop a good, working relationship. So what it means is, as a marketing team, it is important to stay well connected with the tech team, because ultimately whatever we are doing is digitally, right? We are creating various kind of digital assets. We are running various kind of social media ads. So that too would require some kind of API integrations with your website, right? You are using Google Ads, and that will require UTM tag managers, that is also involving website administration. You want to create a landing page, that too would involve the tech team. So somewhere you need to have a very good relationship with the tech team. They should not be in isolation. The marketing team and tech team should work together, right? So this is one of the things that is seen, that marketing people, they are not very well collaborating with the tech team. So that is where this point is very important. Mistake number 3, obsessing over being number one, right? So this is a very common thing in the race of being number one. We basically focus on the wrong KPIs and KRAs, right? So let's look into it. You are an executive in your company, is obsessed with appearing at the top of the search engine results. It takes a lot of work in achieving and maintaining that ranking. So what it means is, let's say you have a target of being number one on Google search engine, right? Now it is not possible because there are millions of websites which are launched, and out of that there will be thousands of competition which is bidding for the same keyword. So when I use the word bidding, it can be Google AdWords bidding, and it also can be from a search engine perspective, because everyone is competing for the same keywords in that industry. So not every time you would be able to get first ranking. So being number one is good, but again, it should be in correlation to what is the end goal. Use data to guide your strategy. Look for performance metrics and align to your budget. So what it means is, there are various kind of data points when you're talking about marketing, right? From SEO perspective, it would be the traffic, it would be the keyword ranking. From an ad perspective or a Google ad perspective, it would be cost per click, and it would be what is the CTR, click through rate, for the clicks that you are getting, right? And what is the ROI? So you need to basically accumulate all this data and use this data in guiding what kind of budget needs to be invested. Focus on quality and relevance, right? Over here, make sure you are offering the most relevant targeted copy and offer to lower bid placements. Now what it means is that when you are creating anything, you are creating a landing page, or you are creating an ad copy for Google AdWords, right? Or you're creating a social media advertisement wherein you are using various kind of ad copies. That is the title of the ad, right? So you have to ensure that the complete customer journey is mapped properly, starting from the person viewing the title of your ad, clicking the content of the ad, going to the landing page. So there should be complete relevancy of what the content is. There should not be any disconnect, which is in text form or the visual form. So it has to be very much in sync of what the end goal is. The end goal may be a product sale, or it can be a lead generation. But the person who is following the complete customer journey should not feel that there is a disconnection. So it is very important that quality and relevancy is taken care of. Optimize for performance, not just position, right? So over here, it's very important that even if you are getting the first position, but you are not getting any clicks on that position, that is also an issue, right? So ultimate goal is to balance both the things, right? The balancing part is mainly focused on the right metrics, the right keywords you're getting, how many clicks you're getting, what is the traffic, and what is the traffic to lead generation ratio, right? So it is very important to prioritize the right KPIs in your marketing strategy. Mistake number 4, no social media strategy. So if you see, there are many people who are doing social media, right? That is perfectly fine. But it is very important that we should have a social media strategy in place. Whether you opt to develop a organic social media strategy, a paid social media strategy, or a blended strategy, right? These are all various kind of social media strategies. It's vital to include one on your checklist, which means there should be a plan, right? What is the strategy? Strategy is a plan. What is that you're going to create, what is that you're going to promote, whom are you going to promote, who is your target audience, and so on. You should have a concrete plan and you should stick to the plan. For example, if you see, these are top channels for customers to experience an organization marketing efforts in 2020, right? If you see, there are various kind of channels, and out of it, social media is ranking 63%, wherein most of the efforts were put in. So social media is obviously very, very important when you talk about digital marketing. What is the solution, right? The solution is, don't underestimate the value of social media. It is nowadays, if you see, everyone is creating posts on platforms like Canva and publishing on various kind of platforms. It may be Facebook, it may be Instagram, it can be LinkedIn, and so on, right? So create and posting is an activity, it's not a strategy. It is very important to understand that we have a wholesome strategy before we start creating and posting on social media, because anything that you post is going in public, and that is creating a perception in mind of your target audience. And that perception, if it is bad, then it is hurting your company. If it is good, that is perfect. Social media priority, right? Stick to your plan. It is very important that if you create a plan, right, don't get deviated from other elements or other external factors. If you have a plan of posting 3 times in a week, then stick to it, because frequency and consistency would lead to creating a social media community. And more than one network, don't just focus on one channel or one network. It can be Facebook, it can be Instagram. Try various platforms, right? And as you try on various platforms, it is also important to track the results, right? You're posting something, you're not getting any views, you're not getting any reach, people are not liking your content, then those are signals that what you are creating is not going in the right direction. So try various platforms, try new things, try new content strategies, right? Don't just focus on one element. Most important, be patient. It takes time to build a following, right? Find your niche, develop the right voice, and see the impact of your ads. So it is very important that to be patient. Over here, it will take some time to build the organic following. When I say organic, without investing in, right? But if you invest into building your followerships, then the things would speed up. Mistake number 5, using the same tactic on every channel, right? So over here, what it means that something is working for you on Facebook, right? Or something is working for you on LinkedIn, right? Or let's say you are using an ad copy on a paid platform, right? And you feel that the same thing would work everywhere else. So think it's perfectly fine, but you have to understand that each and every platform has a different characteristics. Each social network is characterized by different audience and expectations. So the digital marketing that works on one won't necessarily translate well to another. This extends to the tone you adopt and the images, offers, and times of day you post, right? So all these are factors which impacts. So this is an example, right? Facebook and LinkedIn, okay, and impact by the day of weeks. This is the impact trend basically. On Mondays, you can see that LinkedIn and Facebook, they are average, right? But if you look at Saturdays, Facebook is very impactful, right, compared to LinkedIn. So every day, on which day you are posting, that also makes a huge difference when you are using social media. Plan for each channel. Create individual unique posts to optimize performance. Now, this is very important that when you're focusing on your target audience, that is students, for example, right? Now, students, they have multiple preferences, right? At the same time, you have multiple products to sell as well. You have multiple countries to focus on when you're selling a product, right? So, create a varied portfolio of content, or when you're creating a content marketing plan, to have various components into it and create a calendar, content calendar, right, which would give you, unique content for each and every channel. Don't be afraid to use humor. So nowadays you must have heard about memes, right? There are funny memes of various movies which people use on social media that attracts a lot of attention, right? Create individual unique posts to optimize performance. From others. It is very important to keep an eye on what the competition is doing, what is trending in the market. You can use Google Trends, you can use various kind of trend search tools available, and such kind of tools would help you in understanding what is trending, right? And you can basically use that trending data to create your own unique post. So take a look at your competition and others to see what is and isn't working, right? So learn from others, what is happening in your network, what is happening in the industry. Various approaches. Find the sweet spot of each channel and run with it. So let's say, for example, if you're talking about Instagram, Instagram is an image sharing platform, right? It is not a platform where you will write tons and tons of content. Okay, so it's more about images, it's more about reels and videos. So it is very important that the type of content you post on Instagram should be very much visually oriented. Similarly, if you're talking about LinkedIn, LinkedIn is more of a business networking platform, wherein you would be more talking about the corporate industry, you're talking about business affairs, right? So what is working on one platform may not work on the other. So it is very important to test various approaches and to stick with what is working on that specific channel. If on LinkedIn, industry insights are helping you in gaining followers, likes, and engagement, then run with it. Mistake number 6 is focusing on the wrong metrics. Choosing the right metrics to determine their effectiveness. There are various kind of data points and metrics used in marketing or digital marketing campaigns, right? Impressions are the number of views, cost per conversions. This is also a metric used for calculating, what is the cost of getting one lead. Cost per milli or thousand, those are again a part of impressions, identifying how much the impression is costing us or the view is costing us. Average cost, conversion value, what is the conversion value? Click through rate, what is the rate at which we are getting the clicks? Return on ad spend, ROAS, right? So this is determined on the expenditure versus the revenue, right? How much is the return part of it? Cost per click, what is the cost that we are acquiring when a click happens on our advert? Cost per opportunity, this is again similar to post lead generation activities. If you're in the B2B scenario, then this is a very popular metric, cost per opportunity. And conversion rate. Conversion rate is basically once you get a conversion, what is the percentage of it based on the amount spent on the and the number of leads generated. So over here, it is important to understand which metric is useful for you in your campaign or in your business, right? Because there are so many metrics, but what is important? And the importance of that metrics is based on what channel you are using. Okay, so get metrics in line with each channel's objective. So let's say, for example, you're focusing on gaining more likes on your Facebook page. Okay, so what is important over here is the the impressions that you're getting. That is one metric that is important. The second important metric is what is the cost per like, okay, or the average conversion value. Okay, so these are the two metrics. But when you look at the other metrics, they are not very much relevant. So you need to identify what metric is relevant, because that will help you in acquiring the right kind of data set, and that data would help you in decision making. Establish cost per thresholds. Do this rather than establishing metrics that don't help drive the desired outcome. So it is very important to understand what is the cost per thresholds, right? Cost per thresholds means that cost per click, right? Cost per impressions, cost per conversions. So what exactly do you want to track, right? So that also depends on the type of campaign you are running. Optimize for quality over quantity, right? It is not necessary that you generate 1,000 leads, right, and get a very high level of conversion, but it is important to focus on the quality aspects. You can rather focus on, instead of generating 1,000 leads, you generate 100 leads and you get higher level of conversions, right? So that is possible by adopting various kind of conversion optimization strategies, right? And conversion optimization rate can be increased by focusing on improving the quality of your ad copy, your landing pages. The technical team would help you in optimizing the pages so that it can give a good consumer experience to the people who are visiting your pages, and so on. So keep your content, keep your design, and keep your technical aspects of the digital asset to the optimum level. Mistake number 7, not testing properly or not at all, right? Many marketers think of testing as a luxury, but it's critical to success. It's how you optimize campaigns and ads to ensure you are not taking a shot in the dark. So what it means is that, let's say you want to run an email marketing campaign, for example, right? So there are various aspects that you can do. The first thing is A/B testing. Now, what is A/B testing? So you have, let's say, for example, two email marketing templates. One is A and the second is B. Okay. And when you are launching the templates and when you are running them, what you can do is you can launch A campaign and you can launch B campaign. This functionality can be automated by using various kind of email marketing platforms like MailChimp, right? So over there, you can get a A/B result, and that A/B result would give you a direction of what is working for the email marketing campaign, and then further to optimize it, further to use the same to getting better results. So A/B testing is an example that I gave you for testing. Don't test because it's critical to optimization, right? I'm sorry, do test because it's critical to optimization. So it is very important that you test, as I gave example of A/B testing, right? In A/B testing, you can do it for your Google ad campaigns. You can do the same A/B testing for your Facebook ad campaigns, because A/B testing is now part of most of the paid marketing platforms, right? In the paid marketing platform, it may be Google AdWords, it may be YouTube ads, it may be Facebook ads, it may be LinkedIn ads. Every platform has a function of A/B testing. Now you can create two set of campaigns, test it out, see what is working, and further optimize it. Start with a hypothesis. Now what it means is that when you are testing something, right, be imaginative and run various kind of tests, right? Don't just stick to one single aspect. It's very important to be visually use various kind of digital assets, right? Test it on various kind of databases, various kind of target audience. You can change your targeting as well on various kind of platforms like Facebook, right? So in Facebook, you can change the targeting. You can have a different group of keywords, right? So these are all various possibilities of hypothesis that can use, and that will help you in testing. By testing the hypothesis, you can come to a reality. Okay, so this is the imagination I had, this is what I tested, and this is the reality. So keep on testing out, because without testing you won't be able to get the perfect result that you're looking for. One thing at a time to achieve clear results, right? So for example, you are running a Google AdWord campaign, okay, excuse me, and in that campaign it is very important that you stick to one campaign. Let's say your campaign goal is lead generation and you are doing it for a specific duration, for a specific goal, right? Then stick to it. You can run n number of A/B testing for the same campaign, right? So stick to one campaign, get the results, and go to the next campaign. right? Instead of having two, three campaigns, multiple goals, multiple funnels, right? So that would create a lot of distraction, and too much of data would be, quite overwhelming for you to understand. Gather enough data to establish significance. So whenever you are testing anything, it is very important that you accumulate the data, understand the data properly, which will help you in right decision making. Mistake number 8, falling behind the times. Now this is very important, right? Because whatever I have covered earlier, it is talking about SEO, it's talking about testing the data, it's talking about the technical aspect, it's talking about the strategy part of it, right? It's talking about social media, but the most important part is falling behind the times. That means digital marketing seems to change almost daily, with new trends, technologies, platforms, and changes to Google algorithms and other digital marketing tools always on the horizon. The last thing you want is to be taken by surprise, right? So it is very, very important that you are up to date with the latest information and trends in the industry. And it is also very, very important that you are continuously reading about various marketing strategies, various marketing technologies, what is available, and how it can help you in achieving your goals. So staying up to date is very important. Create a reading list. Make a list of books and blogs on different areas of marketing. For example, search engine journals, right? That is a very popular website which is giving you latest information about strategies in search engine optimization. Similarly, there are various kind of platforms that you can subscribe to the newsletters, right? You can regularly visit those kind of sites which will give you latest information. There are various kind of books available, ebooks are available on marketing, right, which will be talking about the latest trends. You can also subscribe to various kind of business journals which will give you industry insights. So it is very important to stay connected with the latest trends going in the market. Biggest mistake of all is not knowing what the biggest mistakes are, so you can avoid them. Right. So it's very important to understand that nothing is 100% perfect. Right. So whenever you are doing something, there will be a gap wherein an error would be committed. Right. So always be open to evaluate those areas where there are errors and mistakes, because from such mistakes, you would be able to understand what went wrong in the current campaign and how not to repeat it. Right. So it's very important to understand what are the mistakes. So with this, our presentation has concluded, and I will request everyone to give your reviews and rating in the poll. And I'm open to any kind of questions you have for the webinar. So yeah, if you have any questions regarding the webinar, please feel free to ask them. We'll be more than happy to give appropriate answers. So yeah, any questions, guys? Right, moving. What are some tools to check what is trending lately? Okay, so there are a few tools available, but I will talk about the free ones, right? So you must have heard about Twitter. Right now, Twitter is known as X. So when you go to Twitter, there is a section which is called trending. Okay, and in that trending section, you can see what people are tweeting about. right? And that is one of a good source to understand what is trending. Second thing is go to Google Trends, right? And you can also go and check what is trending over there. Those are the two main free sources where you can understand what is trending in social media, what is trending in the market in general. So right now, trending is Chandrayaan 3, right? So it is an optimal time where you can use this trending topic right now, Chandrayaan 3, and use it in your social media, right? You will, get good number of views, good number of engagement for it, but it should be in relation to what your business is about, right? So somewhere you have to connect this incidents with your, education industry. I can record link. I joined it. Yes, we will be sharing you the recording. The PSG team would share the recording. Best marketing strategy from your point of view. The best marketing strategy from my point of view is to use all the mediums of marketing. It can be paid, social, organic, SEO, right? Because it's an ecosystem, right? The ultimate goal for any marketing person is to drive results. And how are you going to drive results? By having a center point to everything that you do. The center point is your digital asset. It can be your website, it can be a mobile application where you want to drive traffic, from where you want to, attain the results. So have a center point, of your ecosystem. And ecosystem can be content marketing, it can be social media, it can be Google AdWords, and so on, right? So try, strive all the elements in marketing and see what is working for you. Can we get the link of the webinar? Yes, the PSG team would be sharing the webinar. Is using AI for making landing pages is good? Yes, you can definitely use AI tools for making landing pages, but not content, right? I'm sure people use Chat GPT, and in Chat GPT, what happens is uh, it is not the content created by Chat GPT is not crawled by Google search engine, right? So if you want to use ChatGPT, use it just as a wireframe or a framework of the content that you want to create. But then you have to, customize it to a certain level so that the SEO can be done properly on it. Otherwise, Google would see that, okay, this is a ChatGPT generated content on your website or on your landing pages, and your page would not be crawled, right? It would not be coming into the search engine. So you are not getting the juice out of it. Okay, so use ChatGPT as a medium of guidance, but not as the final content for creating landing pages or creating content. Okay, there are various kind of landing pages tools like Unbounce. Unbounce is that will help you in creating magnificent, automated landing pages. But again, you need to understand what content to create, what your customers would like. Can you share the slide? We will definitely share the slide with you. What kind of testing we can perform for email marketing? In email marketing, you can do A/B testing, right? So A/B testing is facilitated by MailChimp, Sendinblue, various kind of automated email marketing platforms. You can also do this manually. It's very simple. You create two email campaigns, right? You have two different subject lines, and then you shoot the email out, and you will see the percentage of people who are clicking on your emails and opening the emails. The higher the open rate, the better the success ratio of your A/B testing. So wherever you're getting good results, you replicate that and further improve. Any tool to know the SEO terms. So when you talk about SEO terms, you are talking about keywords, right? So SEO keywords, the best free tool is Google Keyword Planner, right? Use Google Keyword Planner instead of any paid tools. That is, the core that fuels the other tools, right? So Google Keyword Planner is free of cost. It is one of the best tools for keyword research. How to check SEO keywords. SEO keywords again, who is your target audience? What are they searching for? Use, first of all, common sense. And then in Keyword Planner, Google Keyword Planner, you will have a keyword suggestion option where you would be suggested various kind of keywords. We are making website on our own. How can we take care of SEO optimization? That is pretty simple. Initially, create website which is relevant to what your target audience is searching for, right? So for example, if you are creating a website from scratch, ensure that it has relevant meta tags. Meta tags is the title of the page, the description of the page, right? That is very important. The website content comes last, right? The first thing that is crawled is your meta tags, right? Meta tags meaning the title of the page, the H1, H2, and the description. Those are the things which are the Google crawl bot. See, the better it is. Sorry, we are facing some kind of network issues. Okay. Okay, so can we use Canva to make your own website? Any suggestions for others? Use website building tools like Wix. Wix is a fully automated platform where you can create a website from scratch, and it has many plugins which will help you in creating advanced level functions. So it's wix.com is there that you can use. Canva is mainly a designing tool wherein you can create, attractive graphics that can make your website stand out. Does Casey have anyone assigned for social media guidance? You can basically connect with the PST team, and they would connect with us, the marketing team. We would be more than happy to connect with you. Recording would be shared with you post the webinar. Offline advertising was and marketing versus digital marketing, which is effective. Both of them are effective, right? When you're talking about B2C marketing, right? So digital marketing is much better compared to offline because it has more ways of tracking of where your money is being spent. In the offline mode, once you spend money on newspaper ad or hoardings or radio jingles, there are very few avenues where you can track it. At the most, you can have a QR code everywhere, but that gives you limited uh, feedback in terms of how many views you are getting. So, but I'm not saying it is not effective. It is effective, but there should be a balance based on how much budget you want to spend. Where did I get the recording? Recording you would get post the webinar. Would you able to help us with some digital marketing agencies for us? Yeah, for sure. If you need any guidance, any support, please connect with us. We will be able to help you. What if we want to get in touch with you? I would have to, yes, you can connect with me personally. I have a LinkedIn profile, Timir Jaswal. You can search for it. You can connect with me if you have any questions. Thus, KC Train Partner Digital Marketing. This webinar is part of digital marketing support to our partners. Uh, if you need extra support, please connect with PST team, or you can connect with me as well on LinkedIn, and we are happy to help you. It is very effective. Say that you have good run your ads for 7 days, 10 days, or let's say 12 days, just to learn how your target audience is behaving and to show your ad to the most Connected again with the internet. Yeah. How to use keywords to use. Okay, that's I mentioned over here. How to find YouTube. The question is incomplete. How to use keywords to get more YouTube video views. Now you can use tools like Tube. Now that would basically the effectiveness of thumbnails, right? Thumbnail analysis is given. Thumbnail is basically a small picture that you see on YouTube when you are scrolling YouTube, and that picture itself should be effective enough to attract someone to click on it, right? So thumbnail is there. There are various kind of factors, not just keywords to give you YouTube views. I didn't get my answer on how to know about what is trending in Instagram. Okay, so Instagram trends. Okay, there are a few tools available which are outside Instagram. Instagram itself is not a place where you would be able to find what is trending because it does not have that feature like Twitter. So in Instagram, you have to use various kind of trending tools available. One of them is BuzzSumo, right? That tool would be able to help you in identifying what is trending. But again, identifying what is trending specific to Instagram would be difficult even for a tool to give you that accurate data. So somewhere you have to use certain type of hypothesis of what is trending only on Instagram. Because again, not just Instagram is would be able to give you the right kind of traction. You have to use the complete gamut of networks, including Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, and list is endless, right? So you have to test different platforms, not just trending on Instagram. But the most relevant trending analysis you can get is from Twitter. Okay, for website designing, one of the tools that is good, that is called as Unbounce. Unbounce you can use for website designing. Another platform for creating website is Wix, Wix, Wix.com. That will help you in creating website designs. Please share the contact of the PSC team and your LinkedIn profile. My LinkedIn profile, you can search my name, Timir Jaswal, on LinkedIn, and you will be able to find me. Google paid advertisement is better to generate leads. It is definitely better, but you need good amount of budget and consistency for generating leads from Google paid ads. Your network is weird. Yes, it was just raining outside and we are having some internet issues. Now it is okay, it's performing well. How to get more leads? You can get more leads by running various kind of content marketing campaigns, email marketing campaigns, Google ads, social adverts, and you can also use WhatsApp marketing as well, but the legitimate way. Do not use WhatsApp by spamming. Okay, you can do WhatsApp marketing campaign from Facebook. You can connect with various business APIs. One of the business WhatsApp API is Engati that you can use, and that will help you in doing your WhatsApp marketing campaign in a legal way. Please share demo copy of your landing pages. Let me see. There are multiple platforms like Theme Forest. You go on Google, search for Theme Forest, you will find thousands of landing pages which are segregated industry wise and business wise, right? You can get landing pages for education industry, for e-commerce industry, and so on. Go to Theme Forest, THEME, Theme Forest, FOREST. Okay, for which site can we purchase the domain address? GoDaddy. You can go to GoDaddy, you can go to Big Rock, but GoDaddy is preferred. Please share your contact number. My contact number, what I will do is I will tell the PSC team to share my contact details with you. And you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. Video has paused. Yes, we had some weather issues and internet was not working. my mobile number. You can connect with me on LinkedIn and I would be more than happy to share it over there. How about Facebook and Instagram? So yes, you can use Facebook and Instagram for your organic and paid marketing campaigns. Both of them are very useful. KC overseas uses it for regular campaigning, and it gives sometimes good results. Sometimes the results are varied. The mixed results are there. But again, we do A/B testing. We try different kind of campaigns, see what is working, not working. It is a continuous optimization process. Is TubeBuddy useful? Yes, it is very useful when used properly. Use the pro version of it, the paid version of it. It will give you good analytics of what is running on YouTube, and use that in creating your videos and further use it. BuzzSumo is not a free tool. You have to uh, subscribe to it. If you have any issues with BuzzSumo, there are many alternate tools available in the market. You can use that. Is hashtag generator tool useful? It is useful, but don't overuse it. Standard is 3 to 4 hashtag is more than sufficient. And if you are having if you want to use your own hashtag, then you have to use your creativity, right? Hashtag is just adding a keyword into your content. Please share PSC team's contact. Now PSC team would share their contact number by email with you. Can you repeat again which site to use for website designing? It is called Unbounce. Let me just type over here. Unbounce, right? Unbounce is there. You can Google it. You will be able to find it. And the second one is Wix. Which site is good to buy backlinks? Now, you cannot buy backlinks. There is no mechanism of buying backlinks. But buying backlink is something which I would personally not recommend because of the latest Google update that it would penalize you if your backlinks are not relevant. Okay, because Google knows that there are various kind of hacks that people use for backlink development. So it is important that you write good quality content, first thing. Second thing is that you could have a good backlink development strategy. Okay, there are various modes of backlink development strategy. One of the most effective is guest posting. To write good quality content, you publish it on free and paid guest post websites where they allow guest posting, and that would give you good number of backlinks. It will help you in ranking and generating traffic. What about Gupshup? Yeah, Gupshup also is good. How to make cartoon advertisement for Facebook? Now, cartoon advertisement meaning animation, right? 2D animation, 3D animation, you can do that. There are various tools available. If you go on Google, just search for 2D animation video editing tools, and you will be able to find various platforms. First of all, try the free version of them, get a hang of it. If you like it, go for the paid version of it. We are unable to connect you with you on LinkedIn. It's only shows follow button. Yeah, so that's strange. Okay, let me just help you over here. So I'm just sharing my LinkedIn profile link. Feel free to connect. Good WhatsApp vendor professional work. So WhatsApp vendor is Angati, right? You can use that for WhatsApp. How to do WhatsApp campaign, which site to refer? Okay. Now, WhatsApp campaign is pretty straightforward, right? The first thing that you need is a list of contact details to whom you want to send WhatsApp message. What messaging you want to send, that has to be, very much planned. Otherwise, people will start blocking you. Okay, so what you are sending should be relevant to your contact database. Okay, so relevancy is there, then you are getting less number of blocks, right? Otherwise, people would start blocking you, and then it will be useless. So what you are sending has to be very, very relevant in WhatsApp campaign. Which site to refer? So there is Facebook owns WhatsApp ultimately, right? So creating a WhatsApp strategy is something that you can Google and you will get various kind of examples. Is listing on various online diet is a good idea for brand awareness? Yes, it is a good idea for brand awareness, but ensure that wherever you list, it should be a relevant industry, right? So don't list an education industry in a clothing segment, right? That will be penalized by Google because it sees as both the things are irrelevant. If at all possible, please do share the contact number as it would be highly useful for us. I would request you to connect on LinkedIn with me and post that we can, have an interaction. Can Quora help in creating legitimate backlinks? Yes, it helps in creating legitimate backlinks, but you have to give appropriate, relevant answer so that right people reads your answer and clicks on your link for referral traffic. How to improve SEO ranking? Good backlinks and good content. There are only two things that will help you in SEO ranking: good backlinks and good content. We are not able to view Google reviews in Google that are posted by our clients. Okay, so Google reviews is Google My Business listing. You have to go and you know see what exactly is wrong in the account. You need to log in into your Google My Business listing account, see what is missing over there. If something is deactivated, you need to activate it, right? And post that, you have to basically contact the support team of Google. They would be able to help you in that. What tool and techniques are helpful in competitive analysis? Competitive analysis can be done by a general competition survey or a general competition research, right? But apart from that, what you can do is you can use various kind of tools like SEM Rush. Let's say, for example, you want to track a website, which is a competition. You can go to SEM Rush. You can basically use that website link, and SEM Rush would give you all the competitive data specific to digital marketing. What is backlink development, how it is used, and it is necessary. It is very, very important to do backlink development, right? And backlink development would ensure you are getting good referral traffic, and you are also getting good amount of juice, which will help you rank in SEO. When I talk about juice, it is something which is telling Google that your website is authentic. Which social media platform are best to generate organic traffic? See, generating organic traffic or referral traffic from social media is totally dependent on what exactly are you posting over there. If you're focusing on LinkedIn, you are mainly focusing on the corporate and the B2B communication or the content creation part of it. If it is Facebook, then it is more relevant to the Facebook audience. If it is Instagram, it is more relevant to the younger audience that is there in the market, right? If you're focusing on Twitter, the audience are very sharp, right? They basically would have a different preference, different taste. So no one platform would help you in organic traffic, but yes, using all the platforms, using different kind of communications on all the platform, understanding what are the other people doing, right? And replicating that sometimes would also help you in understanding what is working and what is not working. So use all the approaches possible and keep a track of it one by one, and that will give you a good data to understand from where you are getting organic traffic. But to track the organic traffic, there is one more tool that is called Stat Counter. It is similar to Google Analytics, but it is a simpler version of it. Stat Counter would basically give you the source of the traffic, from where the traffic is coming to your website, right? So let's say it is coming from Quora, then you will go on Quora and you will give in more efforts in Quora. If it is coming from Facebook, then you will give more efforts in Facebook, because you know that from that source the traffic is coming, right? So this was okay. There are more. How long does it take to generate organic leads? It depends on when you start your campaign. If you're starting your campaign today, let it get matured. Within 48 hours, you would be able to generate a lead if it is relevant to what you are doing. How can business optimize their digital marketing for mobile users? The most important part, if you're targeting mobile users, is to have a mobile optimized digital asset like your website. Your website has to be very much mobile optimized. It should be able to open in various kind of devices. The content, the image, the layout should be very much flexible and fluid in nature, so that the content is properly readable and it is properly structured, right? So focus on your digital assets. If you're focusing on mobile users, make it mobile friendly. What are the best practices for mobile app marketing? If you want to market a mobile app, there are multiple factors that accounts to mobile app, because one is the paid version of it, second is the SEO version of it. In when you're talking about the SEO mobile app marketing, which means that you are doing app optimization, right? Now app optimization, mobile app optimization is in Play Store or in Apple Store, where all the mobile applications are. Similar to YouTube, there are various parameters. First thing is the number of downloads that you are getting on the mobile application. The second thing over there would be, is your mobile application being used, or it is just downloaded and lying there in various smartphones? It is not being used. So those are the parameters which are tracked, right? For that, you have a different set of marketing practices and marketing strategies, right? So for example, if you are using Zomato, okay, if the mobile application is idle in your smartphone, you have not ordered anything from Zomato for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or let's say 2 months, then Zomato would start sending you push notifications, right? And would ask you and prompt you to use Zomato, order XYZ food items from their platform. So that is also one of the ways of increasing engagement, because engagement is one factor that will basically rank you up in the Play Store or the Apple Store as well. How to get more views and make your reels viral? See, when you're talking about reels, it has to be again in sync with what is trending music, trending topics. As I mentioned earlier, Chandrayaan is there. Right now it is trending. So it is important that you use the trend and integrate it with your viral reel content. So it's very simple. You have to write the viral wave. I'm sorry. So you have to basically use the viral wave to ensure that the reels are getting, good number of views. If not, then you have to boost the reels by using paid promotions. How can business ensure their videos stand out and engage viewers on YouTube? If you want to ensure that your videos are getting views, it is very, very important. First thing is to be consistent in creating informational, educational videos. Your video should have valuable content. It should be helpful to people. That is the first thing. If it is helpful, people would come and watch your video. If it is not helpful, it is just text and music and nothing else, don't expect much from your YouTube videos. It should be informational, it should be educational, because YouTube is a platform where people go to learn, right? Entertainment is there, but that is a small segment of YouTube, right? Majority of people, they go to YouTube to find solution of various problems, right? So if you are a problem solver, then your video should portray that you are going to help someone in solving an XYZ problem, right? So content, and the second thing is promoting the video organically on social media by email marketing and so on. The third thing is boosting your video as well is equally important, so that you are getting more number of views, right? More number of engagement, and the session time of your video increases, the view time of the video increases. That will help you in uh, getting better results on YouTube. How can video title description and tags be optimized for SEO? Use tools like TubeBuddy. It is very useful, because you cannot go to Google Keyword Planner every time, right? But if you're using YouTube Buddy, then you have an in-platform widget, which would give you, the tags and titles and description suggestions when you are creating a video itself. So it is very user-friendly. It will prompt you the right kind of information when you are creating the title, description, and tags. If you are running Facebook ads for the first time, which objective should we go with? Okay, now objective is something that is depending on your business goals. If you want to generate leads, then it should be lead generation. If you want to have page likes, then you have to go for page likes. And if you are running it for the first time, then I would encourage brand awareness, right? Because if you are having a Facebook page, the first part is awareness, right? Whenever you are doing marketing, people should be aware. Okay, there is an ABC company, right? And that company would basically, once it get a certain level of awareness, then people would start showing interest in its product and services. Later on, people would have a desire to connect with you. And the third thing is action to buy your product or your services, right? So what I mentioned is, awareness, interest, desire, and action, right? AIDA, that is a very core foundation of marketing. If you're about to make Insta Reel for the first time, which things to take into account? You can take into account what is trending. And at KC, we create a lot of reels and videos for ourselves, but we look at what is trending in the market, what music is trending, because again, reels, they are more like a comfort zone of a person, right? They watch reels for entertainment. Okay, so it should be slightly casual. At the same time, it should be informational, because reels is something that gets over in 20, 30, 40 seconds and so on, right? So short bites of videos, relevant, informational, and it should have it's more like an infotainment, right? So information and entertainment club together. How about illustration video for YouTube or reel short videos? You can definitely try those out. What strategies promote user engagement? Like, comment, and shares. Okay. See, if you want like, comments, and shares on social media, it is very important that you are giving information which is engaging, useful, and relevant to your community, the social media community in general. And it should have a very good call to action. CTA is very important, right? Why would someone like your video? What is the call to action? If you are continuously posting about the same information day in and day out, why would someone like? Ask this question to yourself, right? So each and every post that you do, or let's say you're planning a campaign, right? The campaign should have a good call to action, right? What action would be there? What is the call to action into it that you are expecting, so that you can get likes, comment, and share? One of the examples would be contest, social media contest. You can run a social media contest with a very fabulous gift, which may be inexpensive, right? But the contest itself should be interesting, and the prize should be the reward of it, right? It should not be the other way around. We don't want to promote the reward for making the contest successful. The contest itself should be very engaging, right? It should be relevant to something which your target audience is looking for, right? That will increase your engagement by 2 times, 3 times. How to create content in Google Ads? You can see the content is not created in Google Ads. You have to create ad copies, right? You can use various kind of keyword planning tools, like SEMrush is one of them. You can use Google Keyword Planner, and then you have to use in general the best business practices available, and you can test the ad copies in when you're creating Google Ads. So Google Ad has a function where you can see whether the Google ad would perform properly or not, how would it look like, and so on. Okay, definitely I will accept your LinkedIn connection request. So I think, guys, this was the last question, and thank you very much for your time for this webinar. I really appreciate it. And we look forward to our future webinar engagement. My next webinar is about understanding data and how does business data help drive marketing decisions, right? So that is our next webinar. So apart from the basic normal webinars which I did in the past, I am slightly going on an advanced level, because that is what you guys require, right? You don't need the basic definition webinars, right? So we would be more focusing on webinars which should be helping you out, in your business practices, in your marketing practices. Okay, guys. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Bye.